Hello, everyone. Sue.oneschuk here to continue the lessons of A Course in Miracles. And today we are on lesson 65. So lesson 65 is my only function is the one God gave me. And that function is from 62, lesson 62. Again, it says forgiveness is my function. So the idea for today reaffirms your commitment to salvation. And it also reminds you that you have no function other than that. Both these thoughts are obviously necessary for a total commitment. Salvation cannot be the only purpose you hold while you still cherish others. The full acceptance of salvation as your only function necessarily entails two phases. The first one is the recognition of salvation as your function, to truly recognize that is your function. And the second is the relinquishment of all the other goals you've invented for yourself. Now, there are a lot of worldly goals that we've created. It doesn't mean that we don't be in the world. And again, it doesn't mean that we don't, plan certain things and to bring us some joy and peace and happiness, or we think they'll bring us joy, peace, and happiness. We function in this world. We are still here. Again, we carry on our functions in our day-to-day living. But what it is asking you here is to be aware, as you relate to others, where are you holding grievances? It's asking here to hold no grievances. And as you relate to see others, or not to see others, I should say, as guilty or sinful. So, again, the relinquishment of the other goals you've invented for yourself. This is the only way in which you take your rightful place among the saviors of the world. This is the only way in which you can say and mean, my only function is the one God gave me. This is the only way in which I will find peace of mind. Here again, we can't be in fear and love at the same time. So when we're looking at our life, to really be honest with ourselves, is it coming from love or is it coming from fear? And that's what we're doing as we practice the course, is to go deeper and to recognize that there are many things that we are doing in this world out of fear. This world is based on a scarcity principle. There's not enough. I'm not enough. You're not enough. And the others aren't enough. There's not enough of this. It's based in limitlessness. Not at limitlessness. I'm saying that incorrectly. It's based in our belief of limits, and which you may call as well limiting beliefs. So this is the way in which you can take your rightful place among the saviors of the world. This is the only way in which you can say and mean, again, my only function is the one God gave me, is your commitment to salvation and focusing on that and seeing that as your function as well. Today and for a number of days to follow, it says set aside 10 to 15 minutes for a more sustained practice period in which you try to understand and accept, what the idea for the day really means. Today's idea offers you escape from all perceived difficulties. Again, these perceived difficulties come from our belief in, again, as I mentioned earlier, limits. We believe that we're limited. We believe in loss. we believe in lack versus abundance. That is duality, believing in lack in abundance. Well, all there is to believe in is abundance. Again, that is what God's the divine inheritance is abundance, is love, is joy, is peace, is happiness. So today's idea offers you escape from all the perceived difficulties. It places the key to the door of peace, which you have closed upon yourself in your own hands. It gives you the answer to all the searching you've done since time began, all the searching that you've done for love, peace, joy, and happiness. Try, if possible, to undertake the daily extended practice periods at approximately the same time each day. Try also to determine this time in advance. Think ahead, and then adhere to it as closely as possible. The purpose of this is to arrange your day so that you have set apart the time for God, as well as for all the trivial pursuits and goals you pursue. They're trivial. We make them so big. This is part of the long-range disciplinary training your mind needs, so that the Holy Spirit can use it consistently for the purpose he shares with you. So take a look at where do you put everything else first in your life? Not seeing or making available 10 or 15 minutes only for God a day. This is asking us to discipline ourselves. And this is what brings us to happiness. Versus struggling and living in all these difficulties. We have the Holy Spirit available to us in any moment. We decide that we choose a shift in perception by merely asking in the moment, Holy Spirit, help me to see things differently. And then have trust and faith and wait for the answer. So for the longer practice period, begin by reviewing the idea for the day, then close your eyes. Repeat the idea to yourself once again, and watch your mind carefully to catch whatever thoughts cross your mind. You're examining your own thoughts. At first, make no attempt to concentrate only on thoughts related to the idea for the day. Rather, try to uncover each thought that arises to interfere with it, like any thoughts that are based in condemnation, any judgments. If you're in confusion, in chaos in your thoughts, any thoughts of dissatisfaction, anything that steals your happiness. So it said, note each one as it comes, and with as little involvement or concern as possible, then dismissing each one by telling yourself, this thought reflects a goal that is preventing me from accepting my only function. It says, after a while, interfering thoughts will become harder to find. It's harder to find because we have such resistance versus willingness, truly willingness to do the practice of this course. Again, just notice it. Be the observer of the amount of resistance there is to happiness, peace, joy, love. The Course tells us actually that we are in fear of God. We actually are in fear of love. That's what you're going to uncover. You may not get that at this moment. But as you continue to practice this course, you will discover that for yourself. Try, however, to continue a minute or so longer, attempting to catch a few of the idle thoughts that escaped your attention before. But do not strain or make undue effort in doing so. Then tell yourself, on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me. It's only when we clear our minds, it's only when we let go, when we truly forgive, that what's available then is the clean slate, the clarity, that open space for something new to come in. You need not use these exact words, which are on this clean slate, let my true function be written for me, but try to get the sense of being willing to have your illusions of purpose be replaced by truth. Finally, repeat the idea for today once more and devote the rest of the practice period to trying to focus on its importance to you. The relief its acceptance will bring you by resolving your conflicts once and for all, and the extent to which you really want salvation in spite of your own foolish ideas to the contrary. I want to read that again. Finally, repeat the idea for today once more and devote the rest of the practice period in trying to focus on its importance to you. The relief its acceptance will bring you by resolving your conflicts once and for all, and the extent to which you really want salvation in spite of your foolish ideas to the contrary. Salvation in spite of your own foolish, the way I just said that. In the shorter practice periods, which should be undertaken at least once an hour, use this form in applying today's idea. My only function is the one God gave me. I want no other. And I have no other function. I like to say, I want only God. I want only love. Sometimes close your eyes as you practice this, and sometimes keep them open and look about you. It is what you see now that will be totally changed when you accept today's idea completely. So in summary today, observe your mind very deeply, for those interfering thoughts. As I said earlier, any thoughts of condemnation, any thoughts that are based in judgment, anything that is bringing conflict and chaos and confusion, any of those thoughts, any thoughts of dissatisfaction, that it's not our Father's will that we live in that space of struggle and strain and stress. Again, my only function is the one God gave me. So thank you again for being here. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video for lesson 66. All right. Have a great day and continue your practice. It is instilling the discipline that is required that brings you the happiness. Discipline and structure equals freedom. Have a wonderful day. Till the next video. Bye for now.